Welcome to Block 9 tonight. If it's your first time to visit our channel, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, like, and leave a comment. Today I want to talk about the challenges that I face as an entrepreneur in my business. Um, Running a business is not easy, more especially running a business in this part of the world, part of Africa. It's not easy. Uh, the thing is that when you want to start a business, you are not provided with opportunities for you to be able to get a loan to boost your business, or even to get investors who can invest in your business. It's not easy, more especially when you're just starting from scratch. So you need to actually find ways of which you can be able to raise funds. In many cases, it means that you have to be employed somewhere, work, and save some money, and then um, maybe use that money for capital. And it's not even easy for many people to actually quit a job to go and start a business, because you're not sure whether your business is going to work or not. And for me, I'm lucky that I was brave enough to quit my job, to come back to Malawi and start a business. And it was not easy. I struggled a lot because I was in an industry where I didn't understand much of the things that how the industry operates. I never worked before in the construction industry, so I was learning as I was running a business. But anyway, I eventually managed to start my business and operating my business. But now I still face a lot of challenges. And many people, I think you'll be surprised to hear that Ted is saying that he faces a lot of challenges. I would say I've done very well when it comes to the part of the business where I am in control. More especially like marketing, when I market my business, to find new customers, to design machines and all that stuff. Those areas have been very easy for me to deal with. But the areas that I'm dealing with where now are areas where I don't have control, whereby I now depend on other people to do some certain functions to make the business to operate, like in the workshop. That's where I'm facing a lot of challenges. And I think these challenges, if I can be able to solve these challenges, I will see a very rapid growth of my business. My business is going to grow very, very fast, and we can be able to make a lot of money if I can fix the challenges that I face in the workshop. So we are in manufacturing, and being in the manufacturing, we are also like I can say we are trying um, to compete, to produce products that can compete on the international level. And I think it's having this kind of ambition. I can say it is too ambitious to have this kind of drive in you, because for you to be manufacturing something in Malawi and you want to compete on the international level, it's not an easy thing to do. I think it's because most of the businesses that are operating in Malawi, most of the people that are like doing business in Malawi, they operate on the national level. They're competing on the national level, and it's very challenging when you now try to aspire to compete on the international level, because the international level will require some standards, and the standards are normally very high. And now, for you to be able to find a team, a group of people that will help you to produce uh, this kind of standards is not easy. More especially in the fabrication industry, it's not very easy. So that's one of the challenges that I'm facing. I think I'm too ambitious. I'm upping my game, and now it's making it difficult. The most difficult part is to find the right skill and build the right team. Uh, I mean, to put together these two is very, very difficult. I mean, you need to get the people with the right skill and then build a team. So when you're building a team, it means that these people, they need to be able to work together, and that's not very easy. And it has been something that has been giving me a lot of headaches. I've tried to read books. I've gone online on YouTube. I've tried to Google to see if I can learn and find a way to master it. At the moment, I can say it's getting better because it's very funny to see that the way I've come up to solve this sort of problem that I've been facing, it has been interesting because, like, in the beginning, I used to think because many people used to tell me, okay, if you want to be able to build to find the right skills, you need to take people who have got a lot of experience. You know, like people who have been in the welding industry for quite a long time. So I've tried to take these people and work with them, and we found that most of them they are experienced, but then the methods that they're using for the welding or fabrication are actually very outdated. So after doing some research online, I discovered that there are some kind of methods that you can be using to do your manufacturing in the fabrication industry. So I try to bring these ideas and then I implement them in my workshop. But now these guys who are, who are experienced, they find it very difficult to come and embrace these new methods that I'm sharing with. And then I found that it was always very difficult. And then I tried, some people said, okay, why don't you try students? Now I did the same, like managed to get some students on attachment to come work in the workshop. And my belief was that because they are coming from school, they are in a learning mode. So since they are in a learning mode, it will be very easy for them to embrace this new method of doing things that I'm implementing in my workshop. And we had some problems. Yes, most of them they did adapted to the methods, but I discovered that these students they also had come to my workshop with another purpose in mind. They want money. And now, when you take attachment students, you actually draw up a contract with the technical college, and then the students come in as an on attachment. So you are supposed to pay them a certain amount of money for their pocket money, and it's not a lot of money. And what we do in our workshop when we bring the students, we pay them the pocket money which is in the contract, but we also pay them commission. So most of our students were earning a good amount of money, but the more they got paid this money, the more they actually felt that they're not getting enough. And now they start getting demotivated, they want to get paid more money, forgetting that they're students, and we had a lot of problems. So now I was stuck. I didn't even know what to do now because if I've tried experienced people and it doesn't work, and I've tried students and it's not working, so who do I now employ? So I thought, why can't I try somebody who has got no experience, somebody who's got low education, somebody who doesn't who wants to do something but cannot get the opportunity because of their educational background. Why not give these kind of people an opportunity? So we tried to employ people who don't have never done any welding before, and they have even low education. Some of them are from primary school, and indeed it worked. But even though we have got some improvements, we are now able to make machines, but we still find some issues here and there. Now, it's also like now you've tried all these people, you've tried experience, you've tried students, now you're trying to train yourself from scratch, but still find these issues. And most of the issues that we face are actually similar. And with my experience, because I've also done some business in the construction industry, and whereby you work with bricklayers and builders, and I found that the hassles and the challenges that I face in the construction industry are similar to the challenges that I'm facing in the welding and fabrication. And I've also discovered that these challenges, people face them in all industries in Malawi. I don't know if the other countries have got similar kind of issues, but these issues that I'm facing myself, I've come to eventually understand that they are uh, national issues, whereby in Malawi, people, when they do something, they always want to find an easier way of doing it or a shorter way of doing it. So if they are building something or manufacturing something, they will want to do it by using ways that are going to make it very easy. And this is actually, I don't know, it's cultural because even when I was young, when we used to walk in the village, when we want to move from one place to another, we always wanted to use the shorter way, the shortcut. We used to say shortcut. So even if the shortcut is making you to go through a very small path and there is a lot of things that are gonna be in Malawi we call it so that will come all over your clothes, and when you get the other side and you're full of weeds all over your body, we never minded because as long as we've used the shorter way, it never bothered us, and which means that we were prepared to get to our destination early despite the hassles that we are going to face when we use that road path, as long as it's a shorter way. And we found that in many cases, people, when they want to do something, they want the easier way. Even when somebody wants, maybe is building a house, and they will always ask. I belong to one group called Home Construction Tips on Facebook, and people ask for ways, ideas on how they can build their house, and you find that people are always wanting. They'll ask questions like, "What's the fastest way I can do this? What's the easiest way I can build my house? What's the easiest way I can install the windows of my house?" You know, yes, it's good to find the easiest way, but sometimes when you want something that is of good quality, that thing will require you to go through a process. And most of the times, the process it sounds and feels to be very difficult and much longer, but the end results are always very helpful and very strong and good quality. But if you do things using the easiest methods or the shorter methods, you don't get quality outcome from whatever you're doing. So it's actually one of our issues that we face in Malawi, whereby people want things to be done the cheaper way, the easier way, the shorter way, and these kind of things they now make it very difficult when people want to do their businesses or to manufacture or in the manufacturing industry. So yeah, so this I even see most of the products that are made in Malawi. Like we have got soft drinks like Coca-Cola, Fanta, and whatever. Sometimes you find the bottle is got a cockroach in there. You find the bottle top is not nice and it's not looking good. The presentation of the bottle doesn't look nice. It's because people don't really take these things seriously. They just want to do the thing, finish, um, because for them to produce a bottle of Fanta or Coca-Cola that is with a bottle that has got good presentation, you need to go through a long process of in the production system. But I think there's a lot of shortcuts when people do their things, and then at the end of the day, you're having these kind of issues. So these are the issues that we are facing in the manufacturing industry. In my business, we're using jigs and templates are the focal let's say, ways of doing our business. And this is what makes our business to actually stand out if you compare to many other people who are doing also manufacturing. Our system of using jigs and templates is a system that is making us to compete with machines that are coming from China or South Africa. Without this system, it will be very difficult for us to compete. But now, these are systems that are not being used in Malawi. Like even the students when they learn at the college, they talk about jigs and template as a subject, but they don't talk about it as something that is very focal in the manufacturing process. So when they come here and you introduce this system to them, they find it very difficult for them to adapt. So what happens is when they come, even our students that we are, our own people that we're training, we train them how to use the jigs and template. But as they get used to welding, they want to try their own ways. Like they want to find another easier way that is much easier than using the jig. So sometimes they will ignore the use of the jig or the template, and this causes now problems. So the problem that happens, it will always happen when the machine goes to a client, because then the machine fails to produce the desired outcome. And I always tell my team here that we are not selling machines, we are actually selling cement blocks, which means that uh, our emphasis is to make sure that the machine is going to produce the desired cement block for the client. But now, if it doesn't matter how beautiful the machine will look, but if it's not making the block that the customer wants, then the machine is useless. So these are the challenges that I'm facing. And every day I'm trying to emphasize and I always remind my team that it's very important to follow the processes, the manufacturing process that we've put in there, so that it makes life very easy. So if you are not from Africa or not from Malawi and you come here, you want to start a business, I think if you can get it right, that when you have put processes and system in place, and you can be able to get it right, that people can be able to follow the processes and the systems that you put in place, you will find life very easy. But I promise you that most of the people that when you come here and you want to start something, your challenges are going to be that people might not follow the protocol that you're going to put in your business, like the systems and that need to be followed in your business. That will be one of the challenges. Otherwise, um, it's not difficult to find hardworking people. It's not difficult to find people who are trying to get a job and work. But then it is very difficult to find people who will be able to do what has been given to them as an instruction. Yeah. So these are challenges that I face in my business, and I think if I can get it right there, I think there's so many things, and there's a big future for my business, and I think there's so many things we can achieve, and the growth can be very big, and it will allow me also to be able to introduce new products. At the moment, I'm failing to introduce new products because I'm still facing challenges on the existing product. I mean, this is now I started making the mechanic machine, I think, with around 2015. And up to now, I still struggle. There will be times when you have a smooth process of production, but then suddenly we're having to face problems. It's like when you train your people how to work with your system, every 3 months you have to retrain them the same thing. You have to train, because at the end of 3 months, the whole system will have been disturbed. I was explaining to other person, I said, our guys here in Malawi, most of the guys in Malawi, if you say you take, I can give an example, say you are in manufacturing business, you're manufacturing or you're packaging, in a package, you're packaging products, and you say, okay, these we are packaging these marbles. Huh? So we want you to take uh, 10 marbles and put them in the red cup or in the red bottle. And then 5 marbles, you must put them in the blue bottle. And then you ask them, well, okay, have you understood? They will say, yes, I understand. What did I say? You said 10 in the red bottle and then 5 in the blue bottle. And they say, okay, fine, you can be doing it. Come after 3 months, you will find that maybe wherever you're supplying, they start complaining. They say, telling you, you know what, your bottles, we are finding that sometimes in some bottles there are 9 marbles in the bottle, in the red bottle, and maybe 6 marbles in the blue bottle. When you come to talk to the employees and you ask, and they'll say, why are you putting uh, nine marbles in the red bottle? They will tell you, they say, no, the other day there was not enough marbles. I had only 9, so I put the marbles in there. And then when they saw that it went and there was not much, there was no complaint. And then they make it like now it's a new norm. So everything changes from 10 to 9. Then you say, but what did I tell you? You say, no, I told you, you told me that I was still 10 marbles in that bottle. So why then did you start doing 9? You say, I'm sorry, sir. You know, in Chichewa they say, "Ninabala alika, sir. Please forgive me, I won't do it again." But now you say, but you were given instructions. And then maybe, I mean, the company eventually fire the person. And when the person goes to that side, you start complaining. You say, you know, those, I don't understand how those people can fire me. Um, they fire me uh, just because of a single marble. You know, they don't understand why you are making it so, you know, this thing is so serious to you just because of a single marble. Just because instead of putting the 10 marbles in the bottle, you put 9 marbles in the bottle. Right, so it's very, very frustrating that they will take something very simple and lightly, and not knowing that that is a simple mistake that they're making is causing very big problems. Because then the client on the other side is very, very angry because now he's not getting what he's asking for. But now your big team is thinking, but it's just a single marble. Why are you making it so? You know, why does the boss think like a white man? It's very funny. Yeah, so they say you're behaving like a white man. To them, it's only a white person that wants to do things perfect. A black person, they say, you know, this is Malawi. You can't. If you think like that, you won't be able to go far in Malawi. You know, sometimes you must accept to make mistakes, but really, we need to really change and really start understanding that when we are being given instructions, we need to always follow instructions. So I just wanted to share my experience in my business at the moment and my challenges that I'm facing, and I think if I can get this one right, and I know that it's a national problem. I've been in South Africa for 15 years, and I know I've never faced these kind of things. I manage people there. I worked in companies as a manager and supervisors. I never faced this kind of challenges. There were different challenges as compared to Malawi. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Thank you.